Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Carla's Calorie Crush week whatever this is. Year 2, week something. Interesting week. I have not recorded a food diary this week. Let's get straight in there and tell you that there's no food diary. Why did I not record a food diary? Rebellion, I think. I watch another channel, I watch lots of other channels, but one channel in particular that I really love is Beatrice Caruso. I'm going to link her down below. She's a huge YouTuber in the US. She doesn't need me to send her subs, put it that way. She's doing incredibly well. She doesn't know me from a bar of soap. But I really enjoy her channel. She is 30-ish and dealing with weight struggles and mental health struggles and buying new houses, and but she is incredibly articulate. I'm jealous of how articulate the girl is, and I just really enjoy her channel. And one sentence that she said this week in relation to a video that she's put out a video this week talking about anxiety and panic attacks, and something she said in that video just chimed with me, and it was like, I'm not really open to opinions right now. That's me at the moment. I'm not really open to opinions right now. That's why I didn't do a food diary this week. I'm not really open to opinions right now. I'm just not. I am so done with people telling me that I eat the wrong food. I eat what I want to eat, and if I keep it within my calories, I should lose weight. And the problem is that I quite often don't keep it within my calories. I quite often don't. I know that I have wavered in weighing everything, for starters. I know that I have definitely gone by what the packet says rather than weighing stuff for a long time now, so I want to aim to get back to that. But I am so done with people saying you should eat more fruit and veg. I eat loads of bloody fruit and veg. I stuff my face with fruit and veg. I eat salads I don't even like. I'm just not very open to opinions right now, and that will put some people's backs up because some people just feel like their opinion should be shared. We know the old saying about opinions, don't we? Everybody's got one. They're a bit like it's not that you're not entitled to opinion. It's not that I don't like your feedback and stuff. It's just that I'm very, very done with people constantly picking apart what I eat. And I know that sounds weird because here I am doing a diet video. Here I am doing a weight loss journey. I said from the beginning that I was going to eat what I wanted to eat. I was just going to eat less of it. And I do. Believe me, I do. So when you see me having a pudding, just know that it is a much smaller, lower calorie pudding than the one I want to have. Just know that. When you tell me constantly you need to stop having puddings, you need to stop having sauces, it just makes me want to do it more. It just makes me want to do it more. And it makes me want to rebel against recording a food diary, which is what I did this week. I did not record a food diary. I did track everything I ate this week. There were 2 days when I was over on calories, but apart from that, I was under 2,000 every single day. Something else to mention while I think about it is that to remind you guys that, or maybe I haven't told you guys, that my 2,000 calories is to allow for a £1 weight loss per week. Because somebody else commented last week and said, I weigh several stone more than you. I won't draw attention to her name in case you didn't want that drawn attention to, but I weigh several stone more than you and I'm only on 2,000 a day. But she then came back and said, although that is set to £2 a week. Exactly. I'm only set to £1 a week. If I set to £2 a week, my calories would drop. I'm only set to lose £1 a week. That's what my deficit is set at, to lose £1 a week, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, I didn't record a food diary. I felt angry and cross and grumpy and sick of being told off. Sick of being told off. Makes me want to stop recording altogether. And don't get me wrong, not everybody does it. And the bulk of you, I was going to say most of you are supportive. Even the tellers off are supportive. I realise that it comes from a good place. I realise that it comes from a desire to help, but that's not how I operate. I don't respond well. I've never responded well to being told what to do, ever. It's one of the reasons I've been self-employed most of my life is because I don't respond well to being told what to do. I'm a twat, and I quite freely admit it. Don't tell me to give this up. It's not happening. Got that off my chest. Didn't know this was going to be a rant video. Who knew that was coming? Another thing that has been a repeated theme recently is you need to stop having those snacks. You have a snack mid-morning, you have a snack afternoon, you need to stop doing that. You need to have a big gap between your meals. I want to explain somewhat of why those snacks have been so very regular in my food diary while I've been working full-time. The job that I took on, the full-time job, there isn't really enough work for a full-time employee. Large swathes of my day was spent doing nothing at all, waiting for the phone to ring. So it's a combination of reception and admin, but there isn't enough admin for me to keep me busy all day. And if the phone isn't ringing and there's no admin, there's nothing for me to do. What those mid-morning and mid-afternoon snacks did was to break up the day into manageable sections for my mind to cope with the boredom. So I'd have my breakfast before I got to work, and then I would say, right, I've only got to go through to 11 o'clock, then I'll have my snack, and then it's only 2 hours, and then I'll have lunch at 1, and then it's 2 hours, and I'll have my afternoon snack at 3, and then it's 2 hours, and I go home. It broke up the day. It broke up the day into chunks so that there's only so many hours, and then I'm done. I don't deal well with having nothing to do, particularly when I'm so busy outside of work cramming in all the other stuff I've got to do. So I'm getting up at 6, doing 2 solid hours, eBay, housework, walking dogs, making lunch, going to work, 8 hours at work, during which I could probably compact the work I'm doing into 2 hours, sitting around doing nothing for the rest of the day, trying to spread your work out to make it last longer, trying to go, I'll do that bit of filing in a minute, I'll save that bit of filing for later, and then I'll have something to do later on, stuff like that. And then coming home and going, right, now I need to do my parcels, now I need to step out, I've got to walk the dogs, I've got to do my tea, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I need to shower, I need to wash my hair. And so to have all of my activity as the bread of the sandwich, and then a huge lump of filling of the sandwich being nothing, I don't know why I've gone back to bread, it's obviously a psychosomatic thing, didn't suit, and it made me put those snacks in as a break up the day thing. I'm in the process of changing my job, just in case you haven't gathered that from where I've gone with this. I'm in the process of changing my job. I am currently having a week off in between. I've left the one job and I'm having a week off, and then on Monday I start the new job. The new job will be part-time. It will be much more variable hours. It will be more shift work. It's completely different from what I've just stopped doing. And I think it will work better with my other stuff that I do, my eBay, my YouTube, my mum. Even things like that, you know, like trying to squeeze mum's shopping into an evening. She doesn't like going shopping on an evening, bless her. She's not, by evening, she's a bit like me. After 4 o'clock, I'm no good for anything. And so she didn't want to have to rev up at 7 o'clock at night and go out shopping. But she also wasn't happy with having it delivered because she wants to be able to choose her own shopping. And I get all of that. I think I've had to accept that my mum is a commitment that I can't overlook when I'm choosing the working hours that I'm able to do. I can't overlook my mum as that commitment. While she was perfectly willing to be reshuffled, it still didn't work very well for her. She was open to the idea of it, but it didn't work very well. I've gone off at a tangent. I'm like, this is supposed to be the Calorie Crush. It's turned into a just what's up with me thing. Anyway, so I'm in the process of moving to a part-time job, which will be shifts and different, and I'll have more days at home. And so that strict eating routine is going to change, and hopefully I won't need to do those snacks at those strategic intervals to keep me alive through the day. I'm going to jump on the scales because at this rate, this video is going to be 8 hours long. Let's jump on the scales. Last week I weighed 274 pounds. Here we go then, it's Wednesday morning. Just let the scales calibrate. It's 273 dead on. I've lost a pound. So last week I said to you that I was going to stick at 2,000 a day, and if I didn't get the results I wanted, I would drop the calories to 1,800. I'm quite pleased with the pound loss. So I could use that as my excuse to go, lost down 2,000, see I lost a pound. What I'm going to do is I'm going to effect the compromise that quite a lot of you recommended in the comments, which is why not just drop 100? Instead of going to 1,800, why not just do 1,900? I'm going to do that. I should have said, by the way, that it's Wednesday. I used to record the Calorie Crush on a Monday. I'm going to go back to Mondays, but I've recorded it this week on the Wednesday because I recorded it last week on the Wednesday and I wanted a solid week. I didn't want to come in 5 days and go, oh look, I've done this, I've done that. If I was going to make a deal that if I didn't lose in a week, I would change my calories, then I wanted it to be a week for that deal. So here we are on Wednesday. I've lost a pound. I'm okay with that, but I am going to lower my calories to 1,900 for the next week. Having said that, that week of 1,900 started 2 days ago, just to confuse the issue further. The NutriCheck app tracks Monday to Sunday. I don't know if you can change those start days. I've not actually looked into it that much. But so I started on Monday at 1,900, stuck to 1,900 yesterday. Today is Wednesday. We're going to go 1,900 this week, and I'm going to jump on the scales Monday coming, which means next week's Calorie Crush will be a 5-day weight loss or gain, but a 7-day food diary. If you're confused, let me know, because I'm confused too, and we can sit in confused corner together. But yeah, so when I weigh in next week, it'll only have been 5 days, which means I won't beat myself up if I haven't had as good a result as I might have had on 7 days. I hope that makes sense. Here is my pound for this week, going on the board. Total weight loss so far, 7 stone, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pounds. 7 stone, 9 pounds. it's not as good as it has been. It got all the way up to there at one point. We'll get back there. We'll get back there. But it's not going the other way, and I'm okay with that. This has been... there was a rant that I didn't see coming. I don't know if you saw it coming, but I didn't see that rant coming. It was a surprise to me. It's been rambly. It's been 12 minutes long. I'll trim some of that out. Maybe it won't be 12 minutes long by the time you see it. There will be a food diary next week. I am recording again. There'll be a food diary next week. No problem there. I just threw all my toys out the pram and went, if you're going to criticise everything I eat, I'm not going to show you. But that doesn't actually work for me and my accountability needs. So it's strange, isn't it? I wanted to be accountable, but then when I was held accountable, I didn't like it. I don't want telling that I eat too much processed food and that I eat too many ready meals. I eat what I eat for my own convenience to fit my own lifestyle. I've explained 1,000 times. I don't particularly enjoy cooking for one, and I don't particularly enjoy batch cooking. I've given it several tries. Several tries I've gone, I'm going to batch cook, and then I'll have that. I don't particularly enjoy it. I don't want to freeze things and defrost them and wonder what they are. I don't enjoy it. Don't enjoy it. I like spontaneity in my food. That's the key. I like to think, what do I fancy, rather than what have I got to have. It's one of the reasons I don't meal plan. If I meal plan, I find that I immediately don't want any of the things I put on the meal plan. I like spontaneity. So there it is. I've had my little kick off. I've had my little tantrum. I've lost a pound. I'm okay with the pound. We're going to do 1,900 calories a day for a week. I'm going to weigh on the Monday because I want to get back to Monday weigh-ins because that works best for editing and getting the video out for a Thursday. So we'll go back to Monday weigh-ins from next week. It'll be a 5-day result, and we'll see what we see from 1,900 for a week on the 5th day. It makes sense to me, just about. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.